the wife and I know, and I don't have a candlelight. We didn't bring the candles or the incense. Normally we have a candlelight, a white candle, incense. The candlelight is there given to lighten the way as they travel through the other worlds, bring information. It's well known in Egyptology that they talk about going through the underworlds and sorrows and all these things. But our ancestors, they know that, you know that entities neither created or destroyed. When they transform from this structure, they go into a spiritual form. If they're still among us, they're still with us to give us information. So they're not dead. They're just vibing on a different vibration. Well, a lot of times you get dreams, visions. These things are unctions. They come to keep us informed. They will help us at any time we endeavor. We just don't call. We can't all keep calling the white man's God to help us. Did I make somebody that you can't call on that blue-eyed, blonde-haired fella on a cross to come help you. You know, when your ancestors go beyond that, they call upon our ancestors. The Pope prayed to the Black Madonna. Y'all know this. Right. So the power base is in our carbon base, which is in the black man, the black woman. But I want to carry you back in the area of knowledge today. We're going to start with a video clip. Then I'm going to get off into it, all right? I'm going to do the libation. We want to, and this is called the Only Tutu libation. Go with that? We began by saying Only Tutu. Only Tutu. Ili Tutu. Ori Itutu. Egun Itutu. Tutu Laraye. Ibesi Oshutura. Ibesi Gungun. Ibesi Orisha. Ashe. And we welcome all our ancestors by name, we know and do not know. We call upon them to be with us today. Recognize Brother Issue Adeli.
Yeah, Eshadeli.
Okay. Brother Bandeli, when he was with us. All who were before us of wisdom and knowledge. Ashe. What we're going to do, we're going to begin this. Oh, my brother brought the fire. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You kind of put it on the end now. Thank you. You always notice when someone passed, they have what's called a candlelight vision.
Right.
Wonder why?
Don't support our knowledge.
That's us. And they got to perpetrate because they know there's something in this. So whenever you want to deal with your ancestors, light a white candle. Right. Invite them in. Right. Invite them in. Ask for guidance. So we've invited them in, and that incense too. Yeah. Send it free. Because we offer light to light the ways they go through the other world. Then you have yours, and we offer incense to sweeten the ways they travel through the world. And we pour a lot of respect and honor to our ancestors whose names we know and all the ones we do not know, to have lived and to liberate their souls in the name and the light of Olodumare, for it is through the love, the will, and the power of Olodumare that all souls are saved. Ashe, 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 Asheo. Asheo. That's the one we do every day. Because who is Olodumare? Olodumare is the oldest form of divinity without gender known to the world today. Every other divinity is evolved from the throne of that we call Olodumare. We're going back before there was time. Many people are bowing down to what we call Orishas. Because they have powers, they made them gods. But Olodumare is not a god. It's not a god. And we won't get up into that. All right? So hold that thought until we get going and bring me back to it and I explain to you, all right? I'm going to attempt to start this off. And it's a few minutes. It's just about 10 minutes of this white boy. He's going to be talking about African fractals. Okay? Now I'm a little ahead of myself. So I'm excited. But I do the old people? No, I get it there. Okay. This young man is going to, my daughter told me to take the time. She's not here. What?
The mathematician named George Cantor. And Cantor decided he was going to take a line and erase the middle third of the line. And then take those two resulting lines and bring them back into the same process, a recursive process. So he starts out with one line, and then two, and then four, and then 16, and so on. And if he does...
Okay, I started there. He's going through a lot of jogging and lines.
It is recursive geometry. In Ethiopian crosses, you see this wonderful unfolding of the shape. In Angola, the Chokwe people draw lines in the sand, and it's what...
Wait a minute, let me get it. Now, what I'm trying to get to, not trying, I'm going to, is... Just a minute. Give me a second.
It almost exactly matches the scaling exponent for the relationship between wind speed and height in the wind engineering handler. So these guys are right on target for a practical use of scaling technology. The most complex example of an algorithmic approach to fractals that I found was actually not geometry, it was in the symbolic code. And this was Bamana sand divination. And the same divination system is found all over Africa.
Where's the found
the East Coast as well as the West Coast. And often the symbols are very well preserved. So
See right there?
do you recognize something up there?
Yeah, on the right bottom there.
How do you recognize that, Brother Brady?
Those are symbols that is in the E5 books.
That is the symbol on the far left.
Right.
What I'm telling you about now. That is our ancient E5 language that's in this book, and that is Osa. That is Osa. They are using our knowledge in algorithm and binary codes to run computers. I have it right here. So bear with me. I'm going to pass the book around. Everybody all right?
Oh, yeah. Right.
This is E5 genealogy and order of seniority for Romulus family trees. If you notice the marking up there, I got a circle right here. That is Osa Major. Now they only gave that fool the left hand.
Yeah.
They didn't give him the right hand. You'll hear him say he had to go through a lot of this, he had to go through a lot of initiation and sleep with the letters and the cola nuts and give himself this, but he even told him this much. But I want you to watch where this white boy go with this knowledge. Pass it around. You see it's Osa. You see the markings? That's open, close, open, close. The one at the top is the masculine. The next is the feminine. So it's masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine. Okay? That's how they write it. You notice the book is 16 major Odus. It's called the 16 cosmological numbers that control the cosmos. It's based on not 12, not 9, but on 16. 16 going to the 7. Everybody still with me?
Right.
So that's what, and you're going to talk about African fractals. It's called fractal. It means every design, every thread, every stripe has a meaning. My brother's piece he got on. You notice he got a dark line, light line, dark and white line. It's a message just in his clothes alone. Every picture that we have, our ancestors didn't do things haphazardly. Everything they've ever done, it had a meaning or a story attached to it. Are you with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is one, and he we do all that stuff to get to that one particular statement. Hear what he has to say.
Each of these symbols has 4 bits. It's a 4-bit binary word. You draw these lines in the sand randomly, and then you count off, and if it's an odd number, you put down 1 stroke, and if it's an even number, you put down 2 strokes. And they did this very rapidly, and I couldn't understand where they were getting, they only did the randomness 4 times. I couldn't understand where they were getting the other 12 symbols.
And we talked to
And they wouldn't tell me. They said, no, I can't tell you about this. I said, well, I'll pay you. You can be my teacher, and I'll come and stay paid. They said, it's not a matter of money. This is a religious matter. And finally, out of desperation, I said, well, let me explain George Cantor, 1877. And I started explaining, why I was there in Africa. And they got very excited when they saw the Cantor set. And one of them said, come here, I think I can help you out here. And so he took me through the initiation ritual for a Bamana priest. And of course, I was only interested in the math, so the whole time he kept shaking his head, going, I didn't learn it this way. But I had to sleep with a cola nut next to my bed, buried in sand, and give 7 coins to 7 lepers, and so on. And finally, he revealed the truth of the matter. And it turns out It's a pseudo-random number generator using deterministic chaos. When you have a 4-bit symbol, you then put it together with another one sideways. So even plus odd gives you odd. Odd plus even gives you odd. Even plus even gives you even. Odd plus odd gives you even. It's addition modulo 2, just like in the parity bit check on your computer. And then you take this symbol and you put it back in. So it's a self-generating diversity of symbols. They're truly using a kind of deterministic chaos in doing this. Now, because it's a binary code, you can actually implement this in hardware. What a fantastic teaching tool that should be.
What did you just say?
In African
Binary code.
And it went back to what?
The most interesting thing I found out about it was historical. In the 12th century, the Mughal sons of Leah brought it from Islamic mystics into Spain. And there it entered into the alchemy community as geomancy, the divination through the earth. This is the geomantic chart drawn by for King Richard II in 1390. Leibniz, the German mathematician, talked about geomancy in his dissertation called De Combinatoria. And he said, well, instead of using 1 stroke and 2 strokes, let's use a 1 and a 0. And we can count by powers of 2. Right? Ones and zeros, the binary code. George Gould took Leibniz's binary code and created Boolean algebra, and John von Neumann took Boolean algebra and created the digital computer. So all these little PDAs and laptops, every digital circuit in the world started in Africa. And I know Ryan says there's not enough African computers, but I don't think there's enough African history for right now.
Yeah.
That food just say Africa?
Yeah.
I say? So why are we on the bottom and they on the top? Because they're using our ancient technology to run the world. It's our mathematics. It's our geniuses that run it. We sit around here with our hands looking for handouts when we own the gold. That means the knowledge. Because it's not being taught. Because of miseducation and indoctrination. Because of religion. They say this is voodoo. This is voodoo. Well, why do you use not voodoo? Put it on.
They're making it.
Huh?
They're making it.
I ask my brothers and sisters, why are we not learning this in our homes? Because every home should have this knowledge, so you got to sit around and wonder about what to do. You can ask the ancestors. You can divine in your home and ask the ancestors. What do we need to do? How to invest? What do we do this? What's going to be going? But see, back in the day, we got away from that now. We plan to, I fell on the cross. Look at the answers. Then you hope you got the right answer. This is failed truth. It's called Yashabiyah. Our ancestors, the knowledge. I'm going to ask Brother James, one of my brothers, to come for a minute. I want you to read something out of this book. Everybody all right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you hear me talk those things, I'm one of Barry Shango's students. So if I ask you a few times, if everybody all right, you can answer me. You can say Ashe.
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 Okay. Let me go here to volume 1. Come on. Brother James. This is from the book called Yashabiyah. This is after God has given you, but actually before God, because if you go to this white boy talk, he said he go beyond infinity. I didn't play the whole 16 minutes because some people can stand that long. But when you look the whole end of this tape on African practice, I'm running back a little bit for those that came in. He says it went beyond, this guy got so deep in it that he lost his mind and had to put it in insane asylum because he cracked up, because he went beyond infinity with this information. He said, what? And we forget God is infinity. He said he went beyond infinity with this mathematics. The dude lost his mind. And if you want to, when brother, I'll play the whole. The thing is 16 minutes long, And the brother here, his name is Robert, he said the guy actually lost his mind. He had to be put in an insane asylum because he thought he had met God. Brother James, would you read from this? I have underlined ready from the book of Yashabiyah. Underline what it says here. Come over here so we can get you on the calendar. We're videoing this also, so you can get a copy of it for later review. All right, brother.
Yashabiyah, whose knowledge and wisdom have generated fundamental and enduring civilizations that has found itself surfacing in other parts of the world, including the inventions of single alphabets, namely the Afar, mystical.
That's AFA, same thing as IFA, the Afar, mystical.
0.
See, they call it disciples. That's the mother of all what?
It's the mother of all alphabets.
The mother of what?
All
alphabets. It came from us.
Mm-hmm.
Because it recognized the cosmos, the combination, the circle, the infinity. But the guy said he went beyond infinity. Keep reading.
It says, which is not only the mother of all alphabets in the world today, but has also introduced very early post-literacy civilizations among the Igbos from the immemorial and now in the world at large by the ongoing development of computer science.
Computer what?
Science.
What runs our world today, people?
Computers.
And where we found them at? Our cell phones?
Mm-hmm. Everywhere.
Everywhere. You don't move without your computer. And you want to see something else? Lose your cell phone. And you almost crack up.
Where that?
Where? We got so hooked. No realize we use our own technology to run the world. Anything you want to know, you got to go on your computer, on your cell phone, all these apps, kick the app in, pull it up, right? But where did they come from? It came from our ancient knowledge. For the benefit of those of you that are here, allow me to run this back a little bit. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Let me make some remark while you run that back.
Okay.
When they started inventing the computer, my understanding is it's an African that showed how to do it.
With just a few words about
No white person done it.
applications
An
that
African
we
done
found for this.
it.
So you can go to our
Black
website.
human being come up with e-codes.
Made the cell phone designed the first blueprint for these iPhones
Oh,
was a black man.
Yeah.
I took electronic
Humans here, where the sacred altar would be, and then here's the village as a whole.
That's good. That's good.
And I'll rearrange this, and I'll stick this.
Yeah, they want to argue. They don't want to accept it.
Allow me to do this.
Each of which has an infinite number of points in it. So he realized he had a set whose number of elements was larger than infinity. And this blew his mind, literally. He was checking the sanitarium.
Blew his mind.
And when he came out of the sanitarium, he was convinced that he had been put on Earth to found transfinite set theory because the largest set of infinity would be God himself. He's a very religious man. It's a mathematician on a mission. And other mathematicians did the same sort of thing. Swedish mathematician von Koch decided that instead of subtracting lines, he would add them. And so he came up with this beautiful curve. And there's no particular reason why we have to start with this seed shape. We can use any seed shape we like. And I'll rearrange this, and I'll stick this somewhere down there. Okay. And now upon iteration, that seed shape sort of unfolds into a very different looking structure. So these all have the property of self-similarity. The part looks like the whole. It's the same pattern at many different scales. Now mathematicians thought this was very strange because as you shrink a ruler down, you measure a longer and longer length. And since they went through the iterations an infinite number of times, as the ruler shrinks down to infinity, the length goes to infinity. This made no sense at all. So they consigned these curves to the back of the math books. They said these are pathological curves and we don't have to discuss them. And that worked for 100 years. And then in 1977, Benoît Mandelbrot, a French mathematician, realized that if you do computer graphics and use these shapes he called fractals, you get the shapes of nature. You get the human lungs, you get acacia trees, you get ferns, you get these beautiful natural forms. If you take your thumb and your index finger and look right where they meet, go ahead and do that now.
You get a fractal.
And relax your hand. You'll see a crinkle, and then a wrinkle within the crinkle, and a crinkle within the wrinkle within, right? Your body is covered with fractals. The mathematicians who were saying these are pathologically useless shapes, they were breathing those words with fractal lungs. It's very ironic. And I'll show you a little natural recursion here. We just take these lines and recursively replace them with the whole shape. So here's the second iteration, third, fourth, and so on. So nature has this self-similar structure. Nature uses self-organizing systems. Okay. Now, in the 1980s, I happened to notice that if you look at an aerial photograph of an African village, you see fractals. And I thought, this is fabulous. I wonder why. And of course, I had to go to Africa and ask folks why. So I got a Fulbright scholarship to just travel around Africa for a year, asking people why they were building fractals, which is a great job if you could get it. And so I finally got to this city, and I'd done a little fractal model for the city just to see how it would sort of unfold. But when this palace of the chief, and my French is not very good. I said something like, I'm a mathematician and I would like to stand on your roof. But he was really cool about it. He took me up there and we talked about fractals. And he said, oh yeah. We knew a rectangle within a rectangle within a rectangle. We know all about that. And it turns out the royal insignia has a rectangle within a rectangle within a rectangle. And the path through that palace is actually this spiral here. And as you go through the paths, you have to get more and more polite. So they're mapping the social scaling onto the geometric scale. It's a conscious pattern. It is not unconscious like a termite mound fractal. This is a village in southern Zambia. Baila built this village about 400 meters in diameter. You have a huge ring. The rings that represent the family enclosures get larger and larger as you go towards the back. And then you have the chief's ring here towards the back, and then the chief's immediate family in that ring. So here's a little fractal model for it. Here's one house with the sacred altar. Here's the house of houses, the family enclosure, with the humans here where the sacred altar would be. And then here's the village as a whole, a ring of rings, with the chief's extended family here, the chief's immediate family here. And then here, there's a tiny village, only this big. Now you might wonder, how can people fit in a tiny village only this big? That's because they're spirit people.
What kind?
The ancestors.
Spiritual.
And of course, the spirit people have a little miniature village in their village, right? So it's just like...
What did you just say?
Spirit people.
That's
Where's our spirit people in our homes? They ain't there. We got no place for them. We created no sacred altar, no sacred room to go and commune with our ancestors. But in Africa, there's always a place in the village, in the home, for what? Our spirit people.
yeah.
And these plain folks are learning this stuff. You wonder why we're so lost? Why we're so disconnected? Because we're not in tune with our power base, which is our ancestors. Before there's a God, you're going to know who? Your ancestors. Did I offend somebody then? Because only God you know is your ancestors.
Right.
Everything you hear about is maybe, but you know grandma and granddaddy, great-grandma, and all, and ain't so-and-so, so-and-so. And that's who blood is running through your veins.
Right.
Ashe? And they're telling you that you got to keep that connection. But we lost that.
Right.
What's it called?
After the fracture
Fractal
of
at the heart of African design.
which has an infinite number of points in it. So he realized he had a set whose number of elements was larger than infinity. And this blew his mind, literally. He checked in the sanitarium. And when he came out of the sanitarium, he was convinced that he had been put on Earth to found transfinite set theory because the largest set of infinity would be God himself. He's a very religious man. He's a mathematician on a mission. And other mathematicians did the same sort of thing. Swedish mathematician von Koch decided that instead of subtracting lines, he would add them. And so he came up with this beautiful curve. And there's no particular reason why we have to start with this seed shape. We can use any seed shape we like. And I'll rearrange this, and I'll stick this somewhere down there. Okay.
I'm going back to those that might have missed it. I'm going back here.
Same divination system.
What did it say it was in? The divination system. The binary code. And those are the markers that we use in Ifa to do readings, to ask if you got problems, how to deal with your health issues, personal issues, how to overcome certain things. Because the ancient priest would teach of the student, of the understudy, or somebody would be priest. Who is the priest in your home? Ask yourself, who is the priest now in your immediate home? I don't mean the preacher at way across town, by the way, by the watermelon, bring the tithes. Who is the priest in your immediate home? Who is the matriarch? Who's the go-to when things happen?
Our ancestors.
Our ancestors. Who's at the next connected to that in that home other than your ancestors? the next male or the next female, the adult, should have this knowledge to sit down and how to deal with issues. We don't need to go to psychiatrists. We have our own built-in psychiatrists in our homes because we will go to Ifa. What does Ifa mean? It means the wisdom. It ain't nothing voodoo. The word Ifa only means the wisdom and the knowledge. And we have developed a code or system of ancient way of ancient time. And I'm gonna go back today, not 10,000 years, not 100,000, 200,000. I'm going back 2 billion years. I'll get there just a minute. I'm looking ahead of myself. I know I'm gonna do this. But you look so interesting sitting out there going like, what? Bet when a white person talking about your stuff. Never been me up there. Oh, that nigga what you talking about? That nigga crazy. Well, this white boy, they gave him money, a scholarship to go to Africa, to study us. He didn't go to Europe. He didn't go to France. He didn't go to Germany. Where did he go, people? Say it loud. Where did he go? He went to Africa. Got it. What kind of brother? A Fulbright. Look it up. That's not a cheap scholar. That's not a cheap brother. I'm not one of them biggies. Like a Rhodes scholar, that's one of them biggies. And he went there to study us. But thanks to the old Babalawo, he did a trick job on him. He only gave him one hand because he far, you got two hands. You got a right and a left. Right, sis? So if I only give you one, you only got half the story. Remember who had both hands. We can hang it up. If he did that much with one hand, we could kiss goodbye. But look at how people in Muslims just get his food a part of the hand. He won't have a sleep the cola nuts, the lepers and all these things in the sand, bury your neck and sand, go then they come back and talk to us. What he did. Now how many of y'all would have done that? Oh, I ain't doing all that. That initiating stuff. But this white boy, because he wanted to know something, he didn't care what it took, he would do it to find out what he was looking for. He made the sacrifice. All right? He made the sacrifice. You see that right there? All right? Allow me to move on a little bit. I'm going to go out of this. Y'all want to get out of it? Okay, I'm going to get out of this. Everybody all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What did that say?
Connecting to our ancient past.
Connecting to our ancient past. All right. The reason we're connecting to our ancient past is so that we can begin to reclaim our knowledge, reclaim our power. I'm not going to go through the complete overview today, but I'm going to jump through this. The overview we're going to deal with you just there, acting practice. You see that? The man talking about the things. How our ancient technology runs the world. That's where we're going. And why is it important that we know this? So when you walk around with computers in your hand, know where it comes from. Divination is the language. And I want to go to this word. Y'all know the word Pangaya? Ashe?
That's right.
You know the word G-A-I-A? At the end of it? Yeah, we already done the clip. I'm moving right along quick with time today. Okay. I'm going somewhere else, I want you to see something. This. What did that say?
Nuclear reactor.
Read it out loud, somebody, please.
Nuclear reactor.
Research discovered a 2 billion-year-old nuclear reactor. Where was it found at?
Africa.
Y'all better say it loud. Where was it found at?
Africa.
Is that 10,000 years ago? No. What did that say? What?
2 billion.
Billion.
So what's going to look closer, baby girl, so you can get a look at it? That's the best I could do.
I'm all right. I'm visiting
Okay.
everybody.
But I want that to soak in. So if we had a nuclear reactor 2 billion years ago, who in the hell are we? Who are we? We are what the world needs. Sit around talking about 6,000 years of the Bible, Adam and Eve. People get reading.
2 billion.
Now, I didn't make that up. I didn't write that. What do you find in a reactor? You find what? Computer technology.
Yeah. Binary code.
Binary codes.
Yeah.
Everybody all right? I like your style, bro. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? I say, so that means what? We've been lied to. We've been deceived. We've been hoodwinked, what you call it? How came a toll and hijacked? Man, we've had it. But now they're finding out, the more they dig into Mother Africa, huh? That he wasn't a bunch of heathens. They found a what? A 2 billion year old nuclear reactor in Russia. South Africa. Europe. Like I said, Africa. It says research and discovered that this thing had ran for 500,000 years.
Damn.
It ran for 500,000 years. Help me out. Help me out, somebody. What that say?
It looks like the researchers from Russia have found a 250 million-year-old
microchip. What you say a while ago, bro? Huh? You see that? Now look at that so-called microchip. Anybody familiar with E5 definition chain?
Right.
Do you see that? You see that is 5 chains laying side by side. In Dibia, the Igbos use 2 chains instead of 1. E5 used 1. The Igbos use 2, and the other group use 3 and 4 because they get a whole story. One pass that around. It's the same thing that they see laying on that board. That's O2. And those are O2s, they call them microchips. We can take them to the same thing with our Pele chain, because it's all about what said, communication. I can throw the chain and get the same thing. So they use the technology, they use a mechanical form of what we did naturally. To read how things, and I'm going to go back to it. Why do we divine? What you say, baby? Hey, look, you and I know, hey, I was saying, like, what the hell? What? I was playing around with 300 million, you know my thing, 300 million before. But I found this 2 billion year old reactor. I was both ready. I let him down. It ain't going 40 million years. I got to go 2 billion.
Yeah, right.
That sounds realistic, don't it? Because the Bible says only 6,000 years, y'all. Because the Bible said. Because the Bible said.
Yeah.
Excuse my friend, somebody done lied.
Who wrote the Bible?
Who wrote the Bible? They were talking about. Because we have actual artifacts and proof that we've been, how long, bro? 2 billion years.
Or longer.
Or longer. Longer. And if it's 2 billion years we built it, how long we been there before we built it?
Yeah.
Boy, they better get real. Let's see something. Divination. Okay. Somebody read that. Why do we divine?
Divination is defined as the faculty of foreseeing. Divination, what's that,
E5
is an art, and it involves having insight into one's fortunes and misfortunes from birth to death and beyond. Each person has a certain God-given life potential.
Now, in Ifa, they call them Orishas. You have the Bible calls them guardian angels, but in Ifa, they call Orishas. And every family has what they call a family deity. When I went and had my roots reading done, the wife and I went to Ole Tunsi village and the chief and all did the reading. Mine came back, Ifa Gobolu. That is my real family name. Not Bagman, not Yashabiyah. In the answer, my name is Ifa Gobolu, which means I was a priest, a warrior priest, that we use this art to do things, to fight the enemy, to help preserve and to fight off diseases, and to keep our people in tune. What was your family name, baby?
Oleo Sebikan.
Oleo Sebikan. Now, my family deity name was Ogun. Her was named Obatala. They were called these gods, but they're only Orishas. That means family Orishas, who watch over your family and guide your family as you did things. And everybody has an Orisha that watches over you and your family. Are you with me?
Yeah,
I say, here we go, brother. Let's read this next one.
Okay. Divination teaches us about our ancient past and ancestors. Divination serves as a means to realign a person to their rightful path that was decided upon in heaven before one's arrival to earth.
Keep on. Whoa, before what?
For your ride.
Oh, you ride what?
To earth.
So you came somewhere else, get here. Proceed.
If one aligns himself with the forces of nature, which are within us all, one will have a more fortunate outcome with one's endeavors. Divination is a means for achieving one's endeavor. I just read that right. Spiritual aspirations.
Now what is spiritual? What is spiritual, people? Help me. What is spiritual?
What is spiritual?
Like supernatural.
Hold on, do this.
Yeah, breath.
Breath.
Okay.
That's all, man. Come on. And everything you do is in your breath. Come on.
Okay. It teaches us to balance ourselves within our environment.
Do what? To balance ourselves in our environment. So we don't do that. We too busy trying to act like somebody else than who we are. So we don't have no balance. Okay? There you go. Come on. Chasing their ancestors. Y'all call them money. They got what? They got white folks on it.
Yeah.
So you chasing their ancestors. Come on.
Okay, this crucial element, divination, is missing in the masses of the African descendants in the New World and even in Africa itself.
Oh, that was no
shade.
Because the white man came and said, that's evil, that's voodoo, that's wrong. Now we should keep all Africa immediately. I say, because for millions of years it has worked for us, beings it worked for us. Why denounce it now for a new trick?
A new trick.
Because we such a loving people.
That comes to you so right. You so right. Let me go again. Here we go. Divination. Boom. Here we go, bro.
Okay. Africa is the cradle of civilization. This cradle nurtured many different means for man to communicate with God. Throughout the African diaspora, only one form of communication, via divination and spiritual virtues, has reigned supreme. Ifa.
All right.
Through the Ifa apparatus, divination is performed and fate is revealed.
Okay.
Ifa is expressed in all African countries in one form or another.
What kind? In one form or another. Be it Ifa, Yashabiyah, whatever form they use Ifa is the root of all of it. It may have a different way of getting to it, but it's the same mathematical equation. Depending on the dialect of the reader. Proceed.
Okay, by one name or another. The slave master has to eliminate this ancient power that the African used in order to enslave the African in the New World.
Stop!
Yeah.
Did I just tell you that a while ago? He's trying to find out more about you while they got keep foot on you. Mr. Reckon got you chasing wood cookies.
Yeah.
He's trying to find out about, and he give what scholarship to people to go try to find out about you. Now, watch this. The old dudes. The old dudes. What is the old dudes about what the old dudes are? 16 major old dudes.
16 major old dudes.
16 major old dudes.
Shit.
It's in the works of the called the works of Ifa Oluma. Okay. While back we was teaching this over Pan-African and different ones. Thinking about how to come out. They were interested. They had well, let me tell you, this is your lifeline. This is how to change things around. This is how to break addictions. You got a family member on drugs. Ask your father what herbs we need to do to get them off of these conditions. Because it's what? It's a spirit. Everything has a what?
Spirit.
Say it again. Have what?
A spirit.
And once you appease the spirit, you can either put it in your control or dismiss it.
Right.
Did y'all not know that? Our ancestors did. Because what? They came from the other world with the knowledge. So before coming to earth, they said in the Ifa Bible, it talks about the 3 attempts to make the world inhabitable. Billions of years ago. Not what Ursa said in the Bible, 4004 BC, October the 19th. Archbishop Ursa said the world started with Adam and Eve. He just told the biggest lie. 2030. Well, can't think of the wall. But we went back, brother, how much did we go back a while ago?
2 billion.
How many?
2 billion.
2 billion years. So where did leave Adam and Eve at? Kindergarten cosmology.
Kindergarten cosmology.
All right, talk to me somebody.
Old dude, tells the stories of the ancient people, Orisha and ancestors.
The ancient people. Now, would you believe that the ancient people is in your Bible?
Yeah. In the Quran.
The Quran Bible, they call it Yasharuni in the Quran and Yasharan in the Bible. He said, ancient people whom they call Amolam, get to the minute, Amolam, which means the ones who knew, to put the world in order for me. He said, I gave them a language, Zephaniah 2, so I gave them a perfect language to communicate with me, but not with each other, but with me. So, Odu Ifa is how you communicate with the Orishas and the elements.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ah, this man, I lost his belly man. Where did they come from? Whoop. Oops, there it is. Oop, there it is.
It is.
There you go.
They filed the house bill, divination. Did y'all see the one that white boy showed up there?
Ashe.
Yeah, that is right there. Right there. That's one the old boy played with him with. He didn't give the rest of them. He didn't give them. He only gave him one. And if he did that with one, but we didn't have all 16. Say it again. If the Bible only gave that cracker, and that's what amazing, he only gave him half of that. He gave him the whole thing in half. Because Ifa, that comes in majors. You know? OG major, OUQ major, Erosun major. Now that means twins. If I only give him half of the twins, he's missing part. Because what? It's masculine, feminine. Y'all all right?
Yeah.
Suck it up. Let's see here. I gotta erase that because we done gone back. What, bro?
Too big.
So I gotta get rid of that one. Okay, thank you, sir. Gotta get rid of that one. Oh, here we go.
Got you.
Bam! Where's she at? She's in the heart. The place is called what? Pangaya. That's the real name.
That's right.
Because it's the whole, we own all of this, people. Not just this, but it's the heart. We used to own, we own all of this.
2 billion years ago.
2 billion years ago, we run a thing and we had all of this. Not just this, but the whole thing.
That's why we made the new crack.
Y'all better quit. Huh?
We
Look, we own all that. It wasn't one continent, and that was Pangea, Pangaya, and they had one ocean. Well, let's just see that be true. Let's just see that be true. But, want to read this? Okay, bro.
I'm ready to see it.
Okay, I said, don't worry about it. I got my brother. Come on, bro. Pangea, he break the definition down.
Pangea was
A super continent?
was a super continent that existed during the late
Paleozoic?
Paleozoic and early
Mesozoic. But they wrong because we went back 2.1 billion. We talking about 300 million. We went back 2 billion on two. That don't even equate to it. See?
approximately 300 million years ago.
Yeah.
It began to.
Well, that's a joke. We just get 2 billion. Yeah. But they teach in the schools to the white folks. They, you know, you get Jurassic. But we went back 2 billion years.
So they have,
of ancient wisdom. So they got to go someplace. Here we go. Some white boy in 1927 decided to call it that. I wonder who told that dude.
One of us.
One of us. Here we go. In the Bible, Isaiah 44:7, and I didn't bring it, but y'all don't like the Bible. Let me tell you, in the Bible, all religious books, we're here in there. You gotta bring us out. It's a coding. See, they mistaught it and misinformed you, but in the book, it's a coding. Once you understand the coding, you can bring it out. It says, and who as I shall call and shall declare it and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show it unto them. It is through divination that we're able to tell people what's coming, how to prepare for it. Huh? Right. You ain't doing none of that. Oh no. Boom. Who are the ancient people?
Oh.
All right, bro. Your time.
Okay, Olam, what's that? Olam?
Ancient means Olam. Not old Mac.
Olam.
Olam.
Yeah.
It is what is hidden, concealed, to the vantage point, time.
Borrowed.
Say it loud, time.
Borrowed.
What that mean? Before time.
Time.
Time what?
Time.
So 2 billion ain't really enough. So we go beyond that, y'all. We get caught, man, hey man, bro, you have to do better than that. 2 billion, you can do a little better than that. 4 billion, 8, 12, 15, we keep going. Huh?
That's it. People.
Time passed and what? Antiquity from the most what? Ancient time. I say, the word am means people. People what? A nation, tribe, community, what? A common. Who ain't common? Not doing 2 billion, not doing 2 billion. Ain't no, even a baby ain't common. Because baby come ain't common. Any questions?
I have a question about that guy that was in that picture.
Okay, the guy, his name was English.
He's an English boy?
Yeah, his name is Ron English. He's a mathematical historian out of England. And this guy that he was studying with, you heard him, went crazy. Flipped out there, put him in St. Asylum. Because they were trying to find out what is these Africans doing. This thing is called African fractals. When you get home, look it up. Check into it. We didn't just do things. Everything had a story in it, had a meaning in it. Every design, and they call it what, Dewar? Geometry?
We call it mathematically speaking. Everything is up under the number 19.
So what we were doing, because we were so in tune with creation and the cosmos, everything had a meaning. And it tied into the laws of nature. Because Gia means what? Great Mother Earth. So we go back. Let's go back. Let's see. We go back. Double check. Come on back with me. Let's go back. Okay. The second paragraph. The name Pangea derived from the ancient Greek pan meaning what? Entire. And the word G-A-I-A, Gia, what Yah, because what I behind any word means that's the word Yah. The ancient God, the ancient deity, known over the Mars, we know is Yah. It only means what? It means what? Mother Earth. The name was coined by this fool in 1927. Coined. We used it many years ago. Most Moors will tell you we recognize Gia. As the Moors, the Washingtons, they recognize Gia, Great Mother Earth.
When you mention the term Moor,
Isn't
this the more ancient right here where we are right now?
We're at home, people.
Right here.
That's the story y'all ready to go. Yeah. Anywhere we go, we're at home. Y'all not get that? Oh, I'm too
Slow down. Slow down.
The word alien on the plot of
Yes, sir.
none of that apply to the Netherlands either.
Nah.
So I'm supposed to say we created the being.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
So, brother, so right now, may I ask you this? So are we are the indigenous people right here.
We are. Whoever black on
right
this
here.
here.
Right here where we
The
are.
whole
I mean,
thing, the
right
whole
now.
thing. Come on, the
I'm
whole
talking right
thing
here
is
where we are
America.
now.
Yeah.
Right
All
here,
this.
America. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm showing you this. I'm going this. I'm something.
And Mars too. These pyramids are Mars too.
You know, come on. If you go down, down to Lulu, where I'm at, it ain't nothing mountains.
He say
Mountains everywhere. Huh?
After 20 years, he said he just never
Oh,
get
man. When you break it down, simplify it, I say right here.
Yeah, you
where
did.
we are, right here.
Yeah, because you see, North America.
Right here. That's what I'm talking about. Right here.
I mean, come on, look at that. South, I mean, come on. And she is the heart. Now, back in the day, it was called the Congo.
Show me the Middle East.
Huh? You gotta find it.
You gotta find it somewhere. They don't have.
They're called and cut. They gotta have. But come on, James.
To what our young brother says, you still thinking small to say we the indigenous people here.
No.
We the indigenous people of this planet.
Right, but I was just
But
saying.
they didn't scientifically prove that we are the only people who have human DNA.
Right.
All the rest of them are us mixed with Neanderthal and all that other stuff. We are the only humans on the planet.
Right. No, I was just saying it right now so I can get myself clarified.
No,
Right here.
hold on. We did not create him, okay? He came from another source.
Right.
He came from another planet.
He came from another source.
Another source.
He came from the 11th planet, Mars. That's the reason
He
he's
trying to get back home. But let me ask you. Well, y'all know what y'all explaining it all excited.
With the Martians.
Let me go here.
You say with the horses.
With the Martians.
Oh, the Martians.
Why you think they trying to find? They found water on Mars. They trying to get their butt off of this planet called y'all finna tie ass up.
Brother, wait a minute. This is Black's Law Dictionary. Wait a minute. This is from the Black's Law Dictionary. I didn't write it, but I did have it on my phone. It says, free white person. What is a free white person? Based on Black's Law Dictionary. You ain't got to read the whole thing. I want you to read just what it says, that's written right there. You see that? Use your fingers.
Okay, it say, it includes all European Jews.
Watch this.
More or less intermixed with people of Celtic,
Scandinavian, keep going.
Scandinavian, Teutonic, Iberian,
keep going.
Latin,
Keep going.
Greek, and Slavic descendant.
What is a free white person? Note the definition. Watch where it's going. Keep reading.
It includes Magyars. I can't read that word.
Yeah. But you see Moors here, Moors, Africans. What I want you to see though, right here. But it does not include what?
It does not mean Caucasian. Right?
Stop.
Hey.
Caucasians are not white people. They ain't free. Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, page 792.
Also, the white people is the white people is them 7-Eleven wards with the dark skin.
That's it. That's Black's Law Dictionary. They find in all the courtrooms. Said a free white person, you not because you ain't not because you're Caucasian, you ain't. Moors, Africans, everybody who mixed their blood, they're considered what free?
What?
So could call that cracker free. He ain't free. He's still under bondage.
Why do we call him white?
Go ahead.
Everybody calls him the miseducation. Nobody calls him white.
Get away from that word.
Go ahead.
You might as well, because he ain't. Because he says what a free white person is that right? He ain't in the list.
He's excluded.
If we go in the dictionary, we use etymology and look up the word freedom. The definition of freedom is one who is free from government rule. So tell me who's free in the world. So you've been BS by the word freedom. It tell you that on the first page of the protocol of learn and design.
That's it. That's
How
it.
they done BS.
Any more questions?
Freedom. You ain't free.
Okay.
Was
Yes,
it
sir.
law what?
All right. Okay.
What dictionary was that?
That's Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, page 792. Because I give pages, you know, I give pages, numbers, addresses, blood type, all that other stuff. So, yeah. So all black people need Black's Law Dictionary.
I see.
Obviously.
What's an adult? Any girl from infant to 12 is an adult. Boy, infant 12, 14 is an adult. That's why child boys is an adult in court because we don't know the law. He ain't for 60, but he's considered an adult. When the judge picked up his according to the law, civil law, he's an adult. Get a nigga life.
A girl of 12 years
A
old.
girl 12. What?
Yeah, I know that.
That's in there. There's some more things in there.
A boy.
That will blow your mind.
You adult.
Just you need a Black's Law Dictionary. I'm serious, people.
That's what the law go by.
And these what the Supreme Court and what them all go by in the land.
Yeah.
They probably that don't get no King James Bible because the Black Law came from section 65139 says James versus Odo. Odo lost by 6 points. See what I mean? You know, that's what they go by.
Oops.
Everybody all right?
I see.
What is this? They said, Baba Yashabiyah, crazy as hell. They talking 2 billion years. But I told it to you. Now I taught this in other classes, and I'm not gonna get off on that today because, you know, we didn't come for that. But what I want you to understand that they're using our technology to run the world. Why shouldn't we want to learn how to use computers? Huh? Why shouldn't we want to learn these things? Because we created it. We brought it into existence.
Now, you know, I went to high school at Duncanville High School.
Okay.
And we had an engineering program. And we had like a robot.
Okay.
We built robots, like the chipboard robots.
Uh-huh.
And you know, like with binary code, you can, I graduated in 2007, so it had to be like 2005, 2006.
Okay.
But I was just messing with the little computer, you know. And it's a way that you can make a robot can have a conscience and know not to go. I can have a robot walk all the way to the end of this table, and I can tell him, keep walking, PX90, and he'll say, I'll be in danger if I continue to move forward. And then my teacher told me, now he was an Irish man.
Okay.
And he told me that I was doing too much to have the robot deny my commands. And now they building the robot this year to break commands, to say, but when I did that back in high school, my teacher said, are you doing no nothing? We don't need to do all that. We just want to win the competition.
This is also in Yashabiyah, the book, some of the throws. I teach this. There's a form, now most things, you got to be initiated, you got to go through this, that, and the other. But there's some forms of Yashabiyah, ephod, that you got to be initiated to understand the no reason. I think it's a little crazy because it's natural already in you. How am I taught something already in you? I just need to show you how to use it, you know. Why do I need to teach you how to see? You already got eyes to see. Why do I need to initiate you to get your eyes open up? So I didn't go along with that. So a lot of cats don't say, well, he ain't this. Because I'm not into ripping people off for the money. It's about the knowledge. Now one thing we talked about, hell, it's in a book. Anybody can learn it. You got, I go to a Bible, I ain't got business, I get the book and learn it. I can comprehend, I can read, I can do it. That right? Yeah. Why I got to put you on the ground 21 days, up to your neck in salt and snails and all this kind of stuff for you to do what I can teach you to do very simple. Don't make it complicated. You know, Ashay. And of course, did we make our point about our answering technology running the world? My brother, you think James, do we show it?
What are the possibilities? You said at one time they gave the left hand.
Only the left hand.
Only the left hand.
Yeah.
Which is the negative.
Consider that it's just the feminine side of it.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I looked at it as, and I understand. Yeah. I looked at it as the positive for the right.
Well, see, remember this. In our makeup, left side feminine, right side masculine. Receive, sin. The balance. So the father teaches about the balance. Now, when you throw it, you actually set it right to left. You're beating right to left and not left to right. They only gave him this hand. They didn't give him this one. See?
You don't know how to receive, you don't know how to give.
Thank you. So
you know how to receive.
It's all he was doing what? He only gave him this one. He didn't give him this one. That's what he came for. What did he say? I came to learn about this. So they gave what he gave for. He paid it. There you go, but you're still short because you ain't got the balance. Right. You don't have a balance, fool. So go on out there. But the fool was starting up to create what? A hellified system. Yeah. How long is it going to do? I don't know, but the fool did because we bound right now. Can't get the one. The next day got a new one coming out. We went from iPhone 1 to iPhone 6, going to 7, next thing iPhone 10. We're still buying phones, and this is the better. Galaxy 6, 7, got this all the technology, and all you do is play with your own technology.
That's why they call it Galaxy, they don't call it Earth.
Well, you smart. Yeah, you know.
I was into that stuff.
Android. you know. Whoa. I can't do that. It's your stuff. I can't do math. Why can't you on the invented?
It's too hard. That's what
it ain't too hard. This is your stuff.
I do that all the time.
It's your stuff, man. Yeah. And the whole world runs on what? Mathematics.
Yeah. E5.
The wisdom. You don't want to study this? You don't want to know this? You need to know this. You know, like I'm going to say, you need to know this, grasshopper. Yeah. You want to change your life? You need to know this.
That's real. And some martial arts.
It's all involved in it. It's all about movement and movement and mathematics. Yeah, it's all about all of that.
Yeah, you can get the computer, yeah, but.
So come on, you need to know this.
E5, you can.
See what I'm saying?
It's on the computer, a lot of it. You can at least order the books.
Y'all, that's what I was gonna ask. Can you put that PowerPoint on my jump drive?
Your jump drive? If you know how to do it, you show put it on there. Cause I got it on jump drive. You put it on your jump drive. I don't care. I don't see it. Cause I got it on jump drive. You jump drive. You put the whole thing. As a matter of fact, if you put it on my jump drive, you have a whole lot of stuff on the jump drive. My jump drive is loaded.
Yeah. Cole, hey, Cole, that.
Okay.
Yeah, Pan African Bookstore, he have done 11 lectures, this lecture number 12.
Yeah.
You go to Pan African Bookstore and buy 1 through 11, and I'll have this in there in about a week or two.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Support me, brothers and sisters. If y'all appreciate what I'm about, support me. I'll buy my DVDs and get me back to town, and we'll go deeper. Because I'm about the research. I'm about empowering my people to the point whereby we got a bed, just speak, and it comes to existence. We have that kind of power.
Shay.
What about the book?
The book? The book, if you can find it. It took me 10 years to get the book.
That's right.
I've been telling my wife, I get back order, can't get it, out of print, and I finally got it. I said, give me both of them. Try to get it, please try to get it. But when you get it, you're going to need a little help, because somebody has to what? Help you to understand the book.
Yeah. Got to have a
get it. But guess what? Your brother's still with you. Before I go with the answer, you better get my book still here with you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Get the knowledge while we're elders still among you to help you. We're not trying to make merchandise of you, but want you to know, because if the knowledge must live on when we go to the other side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So anything that I have, I have a problem sharing it.
Right.
You know, I don't mind sharing the knowledge that my ancestors have appointed me to have to give to my people, because they're tired of us being on the bottom. Looking up, seeing bottom. Y'all get that?
Yeah, Scott, boy, you down low.
Bottom, look, seeing bottom.
You down low to do that.
Still on the bottom.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Les Brown said, if you can see up, you can get up.
You can get up. So that's what I'm trying to tell our people, you know.
Yeah.
And this is what it's all about today. And I was fortunate to find this particular work, Miss Moore. They found a 400-million-year-old machine outside of Africa with the cartwheels and the algorithms in it and the fractals. The machine was running 400 million years. You know. So when I called my brother and I was doing the work, I said, brother, tell me I'm going to talk about these 440 million years. The next day, 2 billion showed up. That's those two. I'll let them down now. Gotta go back. I had to go back. So did y'all get this? What do you think about the presentation?
Beautiful.
It was great.
I'll let you go in.
Hey, Cole.
We're gonna work on it.
The catalog family. It's a member of the catalog family. He came up with a way to produce energy, and once you get it started, you don't do nothing else.
Yeah.
No pollution. It's one little old box, say big as maybe that little bigger than that mic back there, can produce enough for a whole city.
Okay.
You know, and once you get it started, it runs forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's our technology.
Yeah.
It's us. You know.
Rice producing electricity too. And I don't want to tell
Everything does. We went back and talked about, you know, it's like we were doing biofuel 300,000 million years ago. You know, Dr. Ben Sutton talked about flying glide airplanes on vegetable fuel, you know.
Right.
This ain't nothing new. Everything produces gas. We know that.
When you were talking about the Bible, can you tell some of the youngsters in here that don't have that Bible how you can get them from
the book you want to get, you're going to read the Bible, you want the Hebrew and Greek keyword study Bible, not the Walmart special. You want to help you. You want a book, it's called the Hebrew and Greek keyword study Bible. Why? Because it breaks down the key words in the past.
You don't know this.
We just tell them to say that. Come here, of course he knows.
Yeah, he know that.
But the reason I say it is because when you deal with 1,313,000 people that are Christians, all they know is the Bible. All they know is the King James. They don't know it was 6,000 different copies of the King James. They don't realize that the King James never really wrote a Bible. Okay? But they believe his version. I ain't gonna believe when the man didn't even see the book. Didn't even sign off on it.
And it's the 27th version.
There's more than that, you know, we know it was more than that. And the original book,
1881.
yeah, the original book's got 80 books in it, it got 66. You know, so we did all that, but what we need to divorce is a madness. And get back to our technology.
A religion period.
A religion period, you know.
Way of life.
That's what the word religio, which means to put in bondage or to put a yoke upon. We don't need that yoke, we need to break that yoke. You know,
way of life that was based upon.
this is what we have. This what we have. What we need to get back to. You know, get our power back. Is there any other questions? We got about 10 to 15 minutes. Yes.
I would
Sir.
ask, why come it's not that many women in the Bible? Women.
They there.
I'm talking about as far as like the right.
We know who wrote it, right? The President's brothers. They were laid up in the book.
What is women? A woman came out of a woman, and a woman came out of a
But check this out.
Creator created male and female first, and so a man and a woman and the women, they came from
That other one.
Mars. That's a hybrid that got stuck down here on time. This ain't
See?
it.
Any other questions before my brother get loose?
Read this book right here, you'll know something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we go way back. We traveled around this country together. And, well, I said, we left town. This brother here, this brother, we left town. We live here with people. We would have a van loaded with books. That high off the ground, going down the highway. We used to carry at least 100, 300 books when we traveled.
All we needed two.
All we now needed two.
2 miles.
Now, so, but now we need that though. I just showed you 2 billion years. There you go, to the research.
Paul, you want to close out anything? You want to close out any kind of way?
Yeah, we're going to trade the brother Praise is going to come. And like I said, we're going to be able to wrap it up. Now I live in Tallulah, Louisiana. And if anybody want my contacts, my number, my wife can give it to you. I'll give you my business card. And that way, if you have any questions, and if you find any joker, check what I'm going to say. I'm going to get on the line. Anybody say they can make me out of the line, well, I just tell them to call me up and I'll debate them anywhere. Preacher, ma'am, you name it, the rabbi, call them out. They won't debate me.
So
They won't debate me. They won't debate him either.
I got one more question.
Okay.
I just had daughters, right?
Okay.
They 2 years old. I got twin daughters. It's 2.
Emoji.
Yeah. So should I teach them about the Bible or no? Should I keep them far away? I'm just asking.
Give them a balance. Teach them and break it down. Because they're going to face it.
Right.
Teach them the in-depthness of your knowledge first. And give them balance.
Right.
Because we're in a Christian world. Okay, Cretinism. To be a Cretan means to be an idiot.
Right.
But yeah, you got 2 little daughters. Give them a strong family foundation. I would say Pangaea or African, but you can see how that means that they start changes on that. So give them a understanding of who they are and a balance.
Right.
And where in the world. Okay? You get the right point. The twins, get the right point. Work with them right there because they're at that age of learning and they're receptive. Like we were studying the other day, the thing now, that from 1 to 5 is 1 to 7, they say now. And those are the formative years. Give them a foundation and a direction, and they won't depart.
Right.
Okay? And I'm gonna write, give my phone number,
Yeah.
write it down. So if you need to call me, talk to me, you can reach me. And this is my cell phone. I'm using today my hotspot, but most times it's on my hip. And the number is 318. Okay.
Okay, 318.
341 2160. Every Sunday night, write this down. There's an app called iHeartRadio app. Some of you might be familiar with it. The Wi-Fi on every Sunday night, 7:30 to 8:30. It's called Let's Talk with Mom and Pop Back. We're out of Vicksburg, Mississippi. We have a radio show that's worldwide, it's all over the country. And you'll hear me on the Acting Food. I'll be breaking this stuff down. Like I was telling the other night. Let me ask you a question. How many of y'all had a good Thanksgiving? Raise your hand. Had a good Thanksgiving. You got busy.
We're blessed we're alive.
Yeah.
Okay, but now, the question about that is, why did you?
I'm an engineer.
I know y'all know you. But wait, I'm going somewhere. Wait a minute.
I'm an
Wait a minute. We're talking all that black. I asked the question because most people don't know why they celebrate Thanksgiving. It ain't about God. What do you think it's about? Why they celebrate Thanksgiving?
Oh, Jesus been good to me.
That's misnomer. Misnomer.
They celebrate.
The Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock in 1620. They didn't have turkey. They had guinea hens, deer, and eel. Okay, wasn't no turkey. Okay, boom. 16 years later, they tried it again. It was in December. It was not in November. It was in December when they did December 11th. Got the documents. Why do you celebrate Thanksgiving on the fourth Thursday in November every year and it never changed? It's the only holiday that never leaves its spot.
Right.
Christmas will be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but Thanksgiving is always the fourth Thursday in November, no matter what. Why?
Well, they thanking God for helping the natives to help them live.
Let's go back. A black man by the name of John Hanson, the first black president of the colonial United States, established as a day to celebrate the surrender of Cornwallis at Yorktown fighting General George Washington. October the 19th, 1781, he surrendered to, Cornwallis surrendered to George Washington. At that same year in November, John Hanson was elected the president of the Colonial Congress, United States Congress. And he put that in order. That's be a day to be celebrated the fourth Thursday in every November.
Right.
From that point on, it's been signed in the Declaration as that day. A black man put that in place.
Right. John Hanson.
I thought Obama, the switching sissy, was the first.
No, Obama.
I thought he was the first.
John Hanson on the $2 bill too.
When the White House became the Black House,
he on the
became
$2
the
bill.
Rainbow House. So I know he was sissy.
Precious.
Where it is, go